a sort of captaining batter, captain of England, you'd back him to be a guy who is keen on responsibility. And the fact that when he's chasing scores, he manages to do it this way is testament to that, I think.
This is his third 100 in a
chase, yes. Right? So if you flip it round and you put it the other way and you say you've got to put your foot on the accelerator and make sure you're trying to bat teams out of the game, I think sometimes for some players, particularly the older players, caution takes over because you don't want to throw caution to the wind. You say, it's my responsibility, I've got to stay out here. I've hit one for 6. He's not going again. Or if it's there, maybe, but I'm not going to make one, right? But look at it the other way around. Now he's chasing. There is that pressure of the scoreboard. There is no option. You have to stay in, but you've got to be hitting 6s to make sure you get over the line because you've got no batters at the other end. There's nobody left in the change room. And he manages to get over the line. It really strength of mind and skills, of course, and fitness because you're out there the whole time. Absolutely brilliant from Buttler.
Jodha, we saw him cramping towards the end. So the fitness you're talking, really hot. You know in Kolkata how it is.
It's really humid. It hasn't rained for 2-3 days. So Narayan had clamps. All the players who spend a lot of time out there, you're a key. There's so much he's doing, so involved he is in the game. And it was really difficult for him to play the innings that he did. But I think that is so important, that hundreds in chases. That for me is always bigger than even hundreds going up front. And what are the odds that somebody like Sunil Narayan plays brilliantly?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bowls beautifully. And still today, if you look at
catch as well.
They took a catch as well.
First time in the IPL apparently for a player to get 100, get a wicket and a catch. So he's done everything he could.
He's done everything he could. And it just takes me back. In 2012, we had the exact same situation when Narayan got 5 wickets and looked dominant, and then Punjab just beat KKR and squeezed through. So sometimes it happens, that you've done everything that you can. And even tactically, if you see it, it worked what they did. They got the wickets of the spinners, they slowed them down. Ashwin coming in didn't work for them. Ashwin couldn't get off. Hitmar came, got off. So it took one superhuman effort to just take them down, even though if you look at stages of the game, KKR, except for the first 5 overs of the innings and the last 3-4 overs of the innings, I think KKR were dominant the rest of the match.
There was a critical over, and it was the battle of Jamaican against Trini, where Narayan had to bowl his final over, and you just sat and watched and you just thought, well, he can't go for another 7 or 8, because if he does, it's almost effectively the game is done, right? And Rovman Powell decided, I'm going to go at you.
Yes.
And he managed to get him, or he got out of, the final ball of the over.
But he had done the damage.
But he had done enough damage to just keep them in it. At a minimum, they needed to get 15 off the over. And he just kept them in touch. So the job was that much, less to do to try and get over the line. So fabulous things going on in the game. As we said, battles within the big war, and it's wonderful to watch as it unfolded.
Joy,
96 in the last 6, never been chased before in IPL history. What an inning. How they did it is absolutely amazing. And that's what you're saying is no total is safe.
Enough. You never know what is enough.
Safe.
Well, you got to get more than 270. then you're okay.
You never know
because they were just 25 runs short, so you never know. But when we were watching the innings inside, and we said, Jos Buttler's not looking like the Jos Buttler, and even like the last 2-3 weeks, people are saying that he's not the Jos Buttler we're used to seeing. But now we can clear that out and say he's back to what we know Jos Buttler can do.
To be honest with you, just look at it, 7 centuries, and he's been spectacular over the last 2-3 years, except for last year, which he had a bit of a blip. But he's been absolutely spectacular. The year before that, reached 90 odd runs. But my point is just that he still is not looking as fluent.
He doesn't start off fluently.
He still is not looking the fluency. Like when Sanju Samson came in and hit a couple of shots, he looked so good. Even Riyan Parag just standing there still and hitting it. Buttler didn't look that good. And still he goes and does that. And that tells you something, that what a class batsman he is when he's not in his best form and still can hit you a match-winning 100. That tells you, it's a triumph of technique, of understanding of the game, understanding of his own game. everything to shepherd his team to victory?
Effectiveness. That's everything that we do, right? That's what it's about. Effectiveness. And it's not how you look. Doesn't matter how it looks. Can you get the job done? And just the boss gets the job done.